In this module, we have covered some of the performance pitfalls that you can encounter when developing applications for Oracle, and the practices you should employ to solve these issues. The practices we've talked about have included separating reporting functions from running against a transactional database, making sure you only load the data that is needed up front in an application, only committing when it is appropriate and not relying on the default auto-commit behavior, and practices for understanding what your ORM is doing when it's generating SQL. This list is by no means comprehensive of every situation that you will encounter when developing an application, but they do serve to illustrate the basic problem-solving steps. We want to use our knowledge of the application to break down each functional component of the application into smaller steps. Ultimately, somewhere within these smaller steps, we're going to have some data access code and some SQL, whether that is SQL that we're writing or is being generated for us out of a tool like an ORM. And then we want to use our knowledge of how our application works, how Oracle works, and how those two interact together in order to understand what is happening in each of those steps and why. In this way, troubleshooting an Oracle performance problem is no different than solving any other problem. We just break the problem down into smaller steps, understand the function of each one of those steps, and how that function can be performed better. There is one last practice that you should always employ, and that is to keep learning. Better understanding of how Oracle works and how your application interacts with Oracle will not just help you to solve a wider range of performance issues, but many times will help you to understand how to avoid them in the first place. An excellent place to start is the Oracle documentation. The documentation is extensive, well-written, and covers every topic within Oracle. The links provided will take you to the HTML table of contents for each subject. From there, you can navigate the documentation, or in many cases, you're able to download the entire topic in PDF, EPUB, or MOBI format so you can read it on your mobile device. Also, Oracle publishes Oracle Magazine on a monthly basis. You can sign up for free to have a print copy sent to you, or you can just read it online. You will also find all of the back issues online. Oracle Magazine doesn't just contain information of interest to DBAs. There are recurring columns on Java and .NET development, features on how to better use SQL, and articles on performance tuning. So as we wrap up this module and this course, the final thought I will leave you with is summed up in the words of Ben Franklin when he said, "An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest."